Do you live with epilepsy? I'm Daniel Vincent, and at the age of 57, still, I have revelations. I have different discoveries that happen with epilepsy, with my seizures. And just last week, I had a full week of focal aware. So they're partial seizures, seizures that I was there, I was aware, but they'd come to my body in form of fear. So start with my stomach and having this unbearable fear, the things that you just cannot explain. And my goosebumps would crawl over all my body. And actually I was teaching a master class during the same time, and I was showing the goosebumps as they were appearing. They'd come up and the hair would rise, and all of a sudden everything would calm down, disappear, and it was all over. It was all good again. But it happened for the full week. And why I'm bringing this up is because it's something completely new, something that happened and I couldn't understand. So at the beginning of the week, I had diarrhea. So the runs. I know it's a disgusting thing, but here I'm bringing it forward because I know you can take it in and understand it, because I want you to understand if it happens to you. I had diarrhea. We started on a Sunday. And by Wednesday, I called up my son-in-law, who's a doctor, and he told me, because he deals with the gastroenterologist. He deals with this stuff all the time. So I says, "Oh, what's going on? Did you give me in on some insights?" So he told me after 3-4 days of diarrhea, he says, "Just let it run its course, because the chances are that you got a bug. You got something from somewhere. It's got to run its course and let it go through." But in a different notion, what was happening was that the moment this started happening, I started getting seizures. I started feeling different and feeling that fear, that frightening feeling, and would come on and stop, on and off, all the time. So I said, okay. So I kept it going. So by Saturday or Sunday, so a full week of diarrhea, a full week of focal aware seizures. By Sunday, my stools were back to normal. So they weren't loose, they were good. And all of a sudden, my seizures just stopped. So I couldn't figure it out. But then, while I was talking to my son-in-law, I told him, what if these seizures are happening because the nutrition that's going through my mouth is going straight through and out the other way right away? What if that's the reason? But he didn't elaborate because that's not his specialty. But he told me what to do about to get everything going again. So by the time my stools became normal again, all of a sudden everything went away. My seizures are gone. And sure enough, that's really what I'm thinking happens, that my nutrition was not being absorbed. So if you're going through something like this, so be aware. Understand that this might be where this is coming from. So be aware of your own body. Be aware of what's going on around you. Maybe take a daily log of what's happening and find out what's really going on in your body. Because I do this all the time. So I take no medication for my epilepsy. I just deal with things as they come along, and then I get to readjust it. So which works out just wonderful for me. I don't want to go on medications. I've been on medications for way too long. So when I stopped my medication back in my late 20s and never looked back, because the medication itself was disturbing to me. The side effects were just crazy. But now I get to do these things and to live it through, and then understand what to do and what not to do. Now, the only thing I haven't figured out yet was what to do if this happens again, if I get another bug, or if I get a whole week of diarrhea or the runs, is what to do in between to make sure that I do get my nutrition. So if you have any insights, please share it with me, because I'd love to know, because I don't know. Because I'm reaching out to you just to see, for myself and for everyone else here listening to this video, to this story. So if this happens to you, this story might be good, and you might be able to make sense of it. I hope this helps.